A face-off between the Indian and Chinese troops in the Tawang sector in Arunachal Pradesh on Friday led to minor injuries to personnel from both the sides. Reacting to the border clash, the White House has said that the Biden administration is glad that both India and China quickly disengaged after clashing in Arunachal Pradesh's Tawang sector. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre, during a press briefing on Tuesday, said that the US is closely monitoring the situation and encouraging India and China to utilize the existing channels to discuss the disputed boundaries. The UN has also reacted to the border clash between the two countries. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres called for de-escalation on the India-China border. "We call for de-escalations and to ensure that the tensions along that area do not grow," spokesperson to UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres said. Meanwhile, Deputy Speaker of Tibetan Parliament in exile, Dolma Tsering Tekhang, said that China will only blame India for the border tensions. India on Tuesday said the Chinese troops tried to unilaterally change the status quo along the LAC in the Yangtze area of Arunachal Pradesh's Tawang sector on December 9th. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh said that the Indian Army compelled China's PLA to retreat through its firm and resolute response. PLA troops clashed with 3 units of the Indian Army belonging to different infantry regiments who thwarted their attempt to change the status quo on the line of actual control. Sources on the ground told ANI that the troops belonging to 3 different battalions, including Jammu and Kashmir Rifles, Jat Regiment and Sikh Light Infantry, were present at the location of the clash last week when the Chinese tried to unilaterally change the status quo in the area. The Chinese were armed with clubs, sticks and other equipments for the clash. The Indian troops were also prepared for the clash as they had known the intentions of the adversary, they said. The Chinese military has been behaving aggressively over the issues in Yangtze, in the vicinity of the Holy Dip and Parikrama area on the line of actual control, where the Chinese side has been opposing Indian positions. It notably was the first major clash between the Indian and Chinese armies since the fierce face-off in the Galwan Valley in June 2020 that marked the most serious military conflict between the two sides in decades. This was also the first major incident at the border after Chinese President Xi Jinping was re-elected for an unprecedented third 5-year term at the once-in-a-5-year Congress of the ruling Communist Party of China.
Subscribe to Oneindia channel and never miss an update.